Beloved one, before we begin, I invite you to sit quietly with me. Just sit, no effort, no tension. Let your shoulders fall, let your breath become soft. Let your mind settle like dust after a long day. Life is not somewhere far away. Life is not waiting behind a mountain or inside a secret box. Life is here, right now, breathing with you, holding your hand, even when you do not notice it. When I was a small child, I would look at the world with big eyes. I wondered, why do things happen again and again? Why do people make the same mistakes? Why do I feel the same feelings even when I want something new to happen? Maybe you have asked this too. Maybe you have felt stuck, like you are walking on the same circle, the same worries, the same fears, the same patterns, as if life is playing a song on repeat and you do not know how to stop it. But listen to me. You are not weak, you are not broken, you are only asleep to your true strength, asleep to the magic that lives inside you, asleep to the door that is always open. When I grew older, I discovered something very beautiful. I discovered that life is not happening to you. Life is happening through you, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your breath. All these are the paint brushes, and life becomes the painting you create with them. This is why you feel the same things again and again, because the colors inside remain the same. If you keep choosing the same colors, the painting outside cannot change. One day I was sitting under a tree, just watching. Birds were flying, wind was touching my face. The sun was warm like a gentle hand. And suddenly I realized something small, but something powerful. I realized that I could decide what happens inside me, even if I cannot control everything outside. This was the moment I woke up, not like waking up from sleep, but waking up from forgetfulness. I remembered that I am not just a body, not just a mind, not just a name. I am the space inside, the watcher, the awareness. And from that moment, life began to change, beloved one. Today I invite you to feel the same awakening, not a big jump, not a loud explosion, just a soft turning inside. Like opening your eyes slowly after a long dream. Just breathe with me. Feel your chest rising. Feel your chest falling. This simple breath is enough to begin a new life. You do not need to fight the old, you only need to become aware. You only need to say, I am here, I am ready. I choose to wake up. This is the invitation. Warm, simple, clear, the beginning of a journey from old cycles to new possibilities. And it begins with you right now, in this gentle moment between one breath and the next breath, beloved one. Imagine for a moment that you are looking at a small wheel, a toy wheel. Round and round it goes, never stopping, never changing direction. It simply repeats the same circle again and again. Life for many people becomes just like that wheel. They wake up with the same thoughts, they carry the same feelings, they react in the same ways. And so the world around them stays the same too. You may have felt this, a feeling that everything repeats. Maybe you feel sad about something, and the next day the same sadness comes. Then the next week, then the next month, as if the sadness knows your address and keeps visiting. When I was young, I used to sit and watch people. I noticed something. They wanted new things, but their minds were filled with old thoughts. They wanted a fresh life, but their hearts carried old memories. They wanted change, but they held the past like a heavy bag. And so nothing changed. This is the cycle. A pattern of thoughts, a pattern of reactions, a pattern of emotions, all moving in a circle, just like the wheel. If you think the same thought, I am not good enough, then you feel the same feeling, a heaviness in the heart. And when you feel that heaviness, you act in the same way. You hide, you doubt yourself, you step back, and then life gives you the same result. Again and again, the wheel keeps turning. Beloved one, this is not because you are wrong, not because you are weak. It is simply because nobody taught you how to step out of the wheel. I too lived inside such a wheel. Different faces, different days. But the same story. I wondered, why do I feel stuck? Why do my worries return? Why do I repeat the same actions even when I want to change? One day, while watching a potter spin his wheel, I understood the secret. The potter's wheel moved only because he kept touching it. The moment he removed his hand, the wheel began to slow, then it stopped. In that moment, I realized our thoughts are like the potter's hand. We keep touching the same thoughts. And so the wheel of experience keeps spinning. But if we remove our hand, if we stop giving power to the old thoughts, if we stop feeding the same fears, if we take just one moment of silence, the wheel begins to slow. And for the first time, we can step out. Beloved one, you are not locked inside the cycle. You are only unaware that you can step away from it. The door is open. You do not need to break anything. You do not need to fight anything. You only need to see how the wheel turns. See how your mind repeats. See how your emotions return. And once you see, truly see, the cycle loses its power. This is the beginning of freedom. The moment the wheel stops, the moment you step outside, and the moment life finally becomes new. Beloved one, the words quantum shift may sound big. They may sound like something only scientists understand. But the truth is very simple. So simple that even a child can feel it. A quantum shift means a tiny change inside you. A change so small, so gentle, so quiet, that you might not even notice it at first. But this tiny change has great power because it begins a new direction in your life. Imagine you are standing on a road. If you turn your feet just 1 inch to the left, you may think this is nothing, just a small turn. But if you keep walking, step after step, one day you will find yourself in a completely different place. This is the quantum shift, a small inner turn that leads you to a new outer world. When I was young, I used to think that big changes required big actions. I thought I had to fight, I thought I had to struggle, I thought I had to force life to listen to me. But life has its own softness, its own rhythm, its own music. One day while sitting by a river, I watched the water moving around a stone, gently, softly, without any effort. And yet, the water shaped the stone, not through force, but through quiet persistence. In that moment, I understood. True change does not come from shouting. True change does not come from fighting. True change comes from a small shift in the heart, a small shift in awareness, a small shift, FT in intention. Beloved one, think of a smile. A smile is small, simple, but when you smile, your whole face becomes light, your body relaxes, your thoughts soften, and the world around you feels a little kinder. This is a quantum shift. A small inner movement with a big outer effect. Another example. Imagine you wake up in the morning and your first thought is, this day will be difficult. Immediately your body becomes tense, your heart becomes heavy, and the day begins with a shadow. But if your first thought is, let me begin with peace, let me breathe, let me be gentle with myself, then your heart opens, your mind relaxes, and the day begins with light. Such a small shift, just one thought, one breath, can change your entire experience. The quantum shift is not magic. It is awareness, it is choice. It is remembering that your inner world creates your outer world. Sometimes people say, but I cannot change everything at once, and I tell them, you do not need to. Just change one small thing, one small habit, one small belief, one small reaction, and that one change will open the door to many more. Beloved one, a quantum shift is like planting a seed. The seed is tiny. You can hold it in your palm. But hidden inside that seed is a full tree with branches, leaves, flowers, shade, life. Your small inner shift is that seed. Plant it gently, water it with awareness, and soon a new reality will grow. This is the true meaning of the quantum shift. A tiny inner movement that transforms the entire outer world. Without force, without fear, just with awareness and love. Beloved one, everything in this journey begins with one simple thing. Awareness. A big word. but a very gentle experience. NCE. Awareness means noticing, seeing, paying attention, not with pressure, not with force, but with softness. Like watching the sky change colors in the evening. Imagine you are sitting near a window. Clouds pass by. Some clouds are dark, some are white, some are fast, some are slow. But you simply watch. You do not try to stop the clouds. You do not chase them. You just notice them moving. This is awareness. And your thoughts are the clouds. When I was a little boy, I used to sit under a tree and watch my thoughts. At first I was surprised. Thoughts came on their own, like guests visiting without knocking. One thought said, "You should be afraid." Another said, "You are not good enough." Another said, "Maybe something bad will happen." And then there were soft thoughts like, "Look at the birds, feel the wind, be still, be at peace." Slowly I discovered something very magical. I realized that I was not the thoughts. I was the one who could see them. Just like the sky sees the clouds, without becoming the clouds, beloved one. Awareness is this space inside you, where you can watch everything, your thoughts, your emotions, your worries, your joy. Imagine you feel angry. Awareness means simply noticing, anger is here, like a visitor. Imagine you feel sad. Awareness says, sadness is here, let me watch it. Imagine you feel happy. Awareness smiles and says, happiness has come too. The moment you watch an emotion, you become free from it, because you are no longer inside it. You are standing outside, seeing it clearly, like watching a fish move in clear water. When I was older, I learned the greatest secret. Whatever you watch with love begins to melt, begins to soften, begins to lose its power over you. If you watch anger, it cannot control you. If you watch fear, it becomes smaller. If you watch sadness, it becomes lighter. If you watch joy, it grows. Awareness is a light. And when light comes, darkness cannot stay. Beloved one, awareness is not difficult. You do not need to sit like a saint. You do not need to close your eyes. You do not need to know any special technique. You only need to notice. Notice your breath. Notice your thoughts. Notice the feeling inside your heart. Notice the world around you. Just a simple seeing, a simple presence. When you walk, be aware that you are walking. When you eat, be aware that you are eating. When you speak, be aware that words are leaving your mouth. When you feel, be aware that a feeling is flowing through you. Awareness turns every moment into magic. Suddenly life becomes brighter, colors become deeper, sounds become sweeter, and you feel more alive, more awake, more present. Beloved one, awareness is the beginning of all transformation. It is the door, the key, the light. And once you walk through this door, nothing inside you can stay the same. Awareness shows you who you truly are, not the clouds, but sky, not the thought, but the one who witnesses the thought, not the emotion, but the vast space in which emotions come and go. This is the power of awareness. Soft, simple, silent, yet strong enough to change your entire life. Beloved one, once you begin to see your thoughts with awareness, a new possibility opens before you, a possibility that many people never realize. You can choose. This is the greatest power a human being has. Not the power to control the whole world, not the power to stop every problem, but the power to choose what happens inside you. A thought appears, and you can choose how to respond. A feeling rises, and you can choose how to hold it. A moment arrives, and you can choose how to live it. When I was young, I believed I had no choice. If fear came, I thought I had to obey it. If sadness came, I thought I had to sink in it. If anger came, I thought it had control over me. But slowly, gently, through watching, I discovered that every thought was just a suggestion, not a command. A thought says, "You cannot do this," but you can choose to say, "Thank you for your opinion, but I choose something different." A thought says, "You are small, you are weak, you are alone," and you can gently whisper inside, "I hear you, but I choose to stand in my light." Beloved one, choice is like a tiny switch, a small movement, a whisper, a turning of the heart, but it has powerful effects. Imagine you are standing in a dark room. If you try to fight the darkness, shouting, pushing, waving your hands, nothing changes. But if you move your finger just a little and switch on the light, the whole room becomes bright. A small choice can change your whole inner world. Every day, life gives you thousands of moments to choose. When someone speaks harshly, you can choose patience. When the mind brings fear, you can choose a gentle breath. When the past knocks on your door, you can choose the present moment. When doubt whispers, you can choose trust. Even if the trust is tiny, even if it is soft, it is still a choice. And that is enough, beloved one. Choice does not mean pushing yourself. It does not mean forcing happiness. It does not mean acting strong. Choice means simply this. Remember that. You are not the prisoner of your mind. You are the master of your response. I learned this slowly, step by step, like a small child learning to walk. Sometimes I fell back into old thoughts. Sometimes fear shouted too loudly. Sometimes sadness covered the light. And that is okay. Falling is part of learning. Every time I fell, I chose again. One breath, one moment, one small shift. Choice is not about being perfect. Choice is about returning to yourself, returning to your truth, returning to awareness. And slowly, as you keep choosing, your choices become your new habit. Your habits become your new energy. Your energy becomes your new life. Beloved, you are not stuck. You are not trapped. At any moment, you can choose again. You can choose peace. You can choose kindness. You can choose understanding. You can choose love. And with each small choice, you reshape your inner world. And in time, your outer world changes too, beloved one. When you begin to make these small inner shifts, something magical starts to happen. Slowly, softly, like morning light entering a dark room. Your life begins to change. Not because the world suddenly becomes perfect, not because every problem disappears, but because you become different inside. More calm, more clear, more awake. And when the inside changes, the outside cannot remain the same. Transformation is a big word, but the experience is simple. It feels like a fresh breeze blowing through your heart. It feels like a heavy weight falling away. It feels like a flower opening, petal by petal, without hurry, without fear. Beloved one, many people think transformation happens with loud noise, with sudden miracles, with dramatic moments. True transformation is gentle. It moves like a whisper, not a shout. It grows like a seed, not a storm. When I was young, I thought I had to do something extraordinary to change my life. I tried many things. I ran here and there. I pushed myself. I forced myself. But nothing truly changed then. One day, while watching a butterfly, I understood a butterfly does not become beautiful by force. It transforms quietly inside the cocoon, invisible to the world, hidden, silent, patient. And when the time is right, it opens its wings, and the whole world becomes brighter. Transformation is like that. It begins inside you, in places no one else can see, in the small choices, in the gentle awareness, in the tiny shifts. Beloved, at first you may notice small changes. You feel a little lighter, a little calmer, a little more peaceful. People around you may not understand what is happening, but they will feel something. They will feel the space in your presence. They will feel the softness in your voice. They will feel the clarity in your eyes. Life begins to respond differently to you. Opportunities open. Old problems dissolve. New paths appear, not because you pushed, but because your energy changed. Transformation is not a destination. It is a journey, a movement, a flowing, just like a river. A river is always moving, always changing, yet always itself. You too are like a river. You do not need to stay stuck in old patterns. You do not need to remain trapped in the past. You can flow, you can change, you can become new again and again and again. Beloved one, do not hurry Transformation is not a race. Do not compare yourself with others. Each flower blooms in its own time. Each star shines in its own way. Each heart awakens in its own rhythm. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate the small steps. Honor the tiny shifts. Even one peaceful breath is a victory. Even one moment of awareness is a door. Even one loving choice is a transformation. Remember, you are not here to struggle. You are here to awaken. You are here to shine. You are here to become who you truly are. A being of awareness, a being of freedom, a being of love. And the transformation begins, continues, and blossoms right now within you.